Man, I rolled over in some stickers, man. Jeez. Hey everyone, Rusty here. Just some quick updates on the things that are going down. Well, with the Mazda, we got the new wheels on it. Well, new to me. I mean, who knows how old they are. They're Kragers. They look a little weird because it's 4 spokes instead of 5. That's something my cousin and I discovered. So that's pretty funny. Got my stickers, got the light bar, you know, got it going on. Then I got my F150. I'm about to do a little bit of work to it. I'll show you that when we get around to it. And then I'll bring you back for some more updates. All right, on the F-150, we still got this stuff hanging down. I didn't want to permanently mount it in the dash like I had the other switches until I was sure. And we got the oil pressure gauge, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this baby on. It requires both switches and a key. Turn that radio off. But I'm going to drive this truck for the next couple of months, I think, to work. And the reason is, the oil pressure's good. The reason is because the AC on this one actually blows a lot harder and colder than on the Mazda. The Mazda just can't quite keep up. So it is what it is, man. I gotta go to work, and you know, it's super hot during the day here in Texas sometimes, so you know, I'm working on the cars that I have. I'm not trying to buy anything new, so that means making what I have work, right? That's the same kind of position a lot of you people might be in. So anyways, I know I just said all that, and then there's this broken F-150 here, but that's my ex-wife's, it's not mine. So don't hold that against me. That is not my truck. So, you know, and I don't want that truck. Got a Triton V8, rattles like hell, and never ran that great. And I did the exhaust in the other video, but it's quite low. I'm not really happy with that. It's attached securely with this band here, but I would like that center part to be a little higher, so I need to do something about it. It hasn't drug on anything yet, but it's awfully low. The other side came out decent. I'll just get you a view of that. The other side, quite a bit higher, up here against the rail anyways. This low spot though is about the same as the other side. It just visibly, this side looks higher, but it's only higher by a marginal amount. I think it's more to do with the placement of it. So I'm gonna do something about that. Ah, nice AC. Working good. As soon as the highs get to be around 90 or so instead of 100, I can drive that Mazda again. But for right now, I'm tired of being too hot in traffic and stuff. Plus, this truck doesn't get hot in traffic. The temperature gauge is not broken. It actually does move. The funny thing about it though, that I got that nice aluminum radiator. So let me see if I can show you what the problem is here. I should probably grab this glove at least, so I can wiggle on that exhaust pipe and show you what I want to weld up real quick. And that's what's going on with this truck, and I don't even know if I should record it. It's just a little patch job. You can see the AC's dripping condensation already. This pipe is fold over and some stickers. I haven't fixed the fuel issue yet, but I will get around to it. It's vapor locking because the fuel lines are stupid. I need to change the direction of the fuel lines and put my fuel pumps in a better location, and that should be good to go. And the AC works in this one, not as good as the F150, but I'm gonna move these motorcycles right now, and then I'm gonna do some welding on the Ford, and I'll bring you back and show you. Hopefully I don't blow a bunch of holes into the muffler. That'd be a problem. I welded it up pretty decent, you know. We're just trying to fill the holes, right, for exhaust leaks. So there it is. Could have been better, but I'm filling holes with a MIG welder, and a cheap one at that. So that's going to achieve its purpose. And we'll go ahead and turn this baby on and see if there's a lot exhaust leaking from there. Come on. It's been a while, right? The battery's not fully charged. I haven't been driving this thing. So let's take a look. I'm not feeling any exhaust leaking out. Okay, I don't know if the camera you're going to be able to tell that it's quieter, but it is a little bit quieter as well. It's just it's after the muffler, but the sound was escaping here instead of down at the end where the exhaust pipes poke out. Now if I had to replace these mufflers, I was going to take them out and just put pipe sections here and put the mufflers at the back to make it even quieter inside the vehicle, but I didn't have to do that, so I'm not gonna do that. So this old rig just needs the switches mounted, and then I still need to figure out where I had those little exhaust, those gas leaks. But right now, the fuel pump is just, the fuel filter is just full of fuel, and it's not sucking any air bubbles, so I'm not going to mess with that right now either until I start having a problem. We got a nice aluminum radiator from Rock Auto. It was supposed to be a direct fit. It was not a direct fit. You can see the wire, but what it does do is it cools this baby perfectly. It never even gets hot anymore, so it's perfect for those really hot summer days in Texas. And running with the AC on, I can flip on the cooling fan as well. I got a cooling fan mounted to that thing. I don't even really need it, but we'll see how it does in the heavy traffic in the hot Texas sun. But I think that's going to be it. The updates are, they are what they are. That's the engine I'm going to put in the race car whenever I get the race car going. But that's kind of over the horizon thing. The sticker never came in the mail for the license plate on my Ninja, so I'm gonna have to contact the tax office about that and see if I can get a new one. The Ducati's been running when I start it, so it's hard to start, but it runs good. So that's how things are going here. We'll be back on that Camaro probably for the next. Well, I just got back from taking the truck on a test drive and get some groceries at the Dollar General near the corner where I live, and the truck wouldn't start. So I had to get a jump start, and I was like, dang it, just one thing after another. And if you look at it, you can see that alternator's not that old. So I started looking, right? And then down in here, I notice, uh-oh, there's a wire just totally disconnected from the power there. So nothing was gonna charge like that. So I parked here and left the hood up so it can cool down. I don't no need in getting my hands, toasty. And I'm gonna eat. But then I'm going to go ahead and fix that wire and see. And if I have to put the battery charger on it to start it, so be it. But it was reading about 11.6. After that guy took off his jumper cables. Let's see what it reads now. My guess is that it'll have enough to start it, as long as we get it right on the first try. Let's see what we got here. How's my camera angle? Yeah, reading 12.2. So that's going to be enough to crank it over when the engine's not hot. It just wouldn't crank over because I had been running the, you know, the AC and the AC fan and my radio and all that. So I'll bring you back after I eat. If the sun goes down, so be it. I can put a light in here just to fix that one wire. Put a little connector on it. Let's see if I got the right connectors. I haven't cleaned up yet. I did move the bikes out of the way. We need the bigger connector, I believe. And all I have is these smaller connectors. Oh, this is slightly bigger, but what do we have down here? Nope. Maybe I don't have the right connector for that. And I don't want to reuse old stuff if I'm going through this trouble. Well, either way, I can jump the wire over with just to make sure that it's going to charge. And if it does, then I can just go buy what I need to buy. But yeah, that, I don't know if that's going to be big enough to fit over the post. Maybe I don't have what I need. I just throw a bunch of junk in this one, but here's some wire. Anyways, I'll bring you back when I have it figured out. This is what was connected to the back of that alternator. So I went ahead and put one of these connectors on this nice new line. But what I'm going to do is turn the engine on without it, and then without it connected, and then I'll touch it here and see if it starts charging correctly or if we have some sort of a problem. But before I touch those two wires together, I'm just going to test this one, negative to the battery and positive wire here, and see if I'm getting a charge. That way I can know if there's some bigger problem maybe that I need to address before calling it good to go. So stand by for that. I'm gonna see if it'll start. If not, we're gonna have to put on a battery charger and call it a day. All right, got you set up here. Yeah, it just doesn't have enough to get it started. I'm gonna get a battery charger real quick and hook it up and see. Maybe it'll start right off the bat. All right, the truck's been on the charger for a little while. Let's see what the old battery reads. And we'll go from there. Reading 13.3. So 13.03 that is. Let me see if it'll start. That's good. Now to see if we have any power coming out of this line. Nothing. Here's the old cable. Let's see if you can see this. There we go. So I'm going to touch these wires together. This is the one coming out of the end of the alternator. There, I just took some wire off of it. I mean the insulator. And I'm going to touch it to this other wire and see what happens. Oh, there we go. So it's definitely working. I'm gonna get something to clamp these two together. I'll use this battery clamp. All right, I'm gonna watch this for a little while to make sure it doesn't overcharge. And then we'll see if the wires are getting hot or what. I don't know why it stopped working before or why it burned out. I'll bring you back if there's anything to report. I went ahead and turned everything on. Headlights, cooling fan, fuel pump, AC, and the AC motor on high. And we're reading 13.1 at idle. So that's pretty good actually. I'm sure that it's taking a pretty good load. And then I kept these off on purpose to see if these wires were gonna get hot. Before I had only one switch and it was too much. So now you know why I got two switches hanging down here. Got the AC running, oil pressure's good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these items off and see if it's gonna spike up. Now that it's taken a load. It should just go back to about 14.2, which is where it was. And if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off, hook the wires up correctly, and then I'm going to go for a test drive, take my jumper cable. Yeah, I think the voltage regulator must be working. This old section of wire here, this section of wire right here is getting pretty hot. Whereas the new wire isn't really that hot. I mean, it's warm, but I mean, it's trying to charge a battery that's pretty dead. I'm guessing that's how it burned off. Well, I'm gonna hook everything up and then give it some test drives. That's all I can do. I think we can probably end the video here now, unless it fails for me and I get stranded. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We're always going to be fixing the things we have working and trying to make the things we don't have work. Thank you. Okay, let's see. She's charging. I went ahead and put two lines because it goes into two lines right here. This is what was going on before, and that was probably part of the problem. So this is garbage. We're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out, but I think this is more robust anyways. And I'll just leave it here kind of exposed so I can monitor it after I take my test drive.